Well, good morning, good morning, good morning. Thanks for joining us on Vacation Station TV, and hopefully your day is starting out to be a beautiful day. Thanks for joining us here, of course, on Vacation Station TV. Well, let's see. It's a Monday morning and beautiful one at that. A little cool and crisp this morning. Don't you agree? But that's all going to change. Yeah, that's going to change. Let's just get right to the weather so you know what's going on, because I'm sure you're all getting ready to go out and go do something fun today. If you're just arriving in town, thank you. Thank you for picking us out of all the places in the United States you can go. You can come here to the Smoky Mountain National Forest, where everything is happening, where anything you could imagine you want to do is right here in the Smoky Mountains. Today's weather, you can look for mostly sunny skies. Absolutely beautiful. There'll be a few puffy clouds out there just to give you a great picture or some great video. And temperatures will be in the 70s, lower 70s. Some places may experience the mid 70s, and that's nice. That's going to change, though, beginning tomorrow, because as the week progresses, it's going to get warmer and warmer. Tomorrow, being Tuesday, you'll see temperatures anywhere from 75 to 77 degrees, and that'll just keep going up for a good portion of the week. In fact, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we could see 79, 80 degrees in some places. So that's nice, I guess. It's a little warm for me, although the normal temperature should be around 75 to 77, but it's going to be a little bit warmer than usual. No mention of any rain, really, in the forecast for until like next week sometime, maybe Sunday, maybe a few days after that. It changes so quickly here in the Smoky Mountains. I mean, one day you can see the temperatures and everything is sunny, and then 10 minutes later it could be pouring up here. So always remember that if you're new in town here. Always keep a jacket around and an umbrella. I highly recommend that, because the showers usually don't last very long, but they can come down hard. I've seen these things, gully washers for sure. So you want to be mindful of that. Make sure the kids have ponchos. Grab some ponchos, inexpensive ones. You can find them all over town. Umbrellas too, fairly cheap. So you keep them handy, because you just never know. But I can tell you, this whole week, it's going to be beautiful. But like I said, maybe on Sunday, Monday, there might be an isolated shower. So if you're going to be here that long, just be ready. Be ready. They're on and gone. They're on and gone type storms. They're here and then gone, just as quick as that. How did your weekend go? Tell me. And oh, by the way, if you want to get in on what's going on here, feel free. We're live right now. So feel free to come into the studio, and you can easily just do that. Just click on it. In fact, I'll put the icon in there for you. I'm choosing it right now. I want to make sure, just in case you want it. That'd be good. I'm trying to read. Oh my God, my eyes are getting worse. Oh, it's heck getting old, let me tell you. Here's the icon that you could use. I'm focusing. Okay, there it is. And if you want to come on live, feel free. There it is right there. Just click it. It'll open up the studio. And just check your microphone. There'll be a little square where you can check your camera, check your microphone. And here's a key thing. When you get to that screen, you click on the microphone /cam. I think it's that, or just microphone. And when you click that, there's going to be a little box underneath your picture. Engage that box. That's the echo cancellation. And the reason I say that is because yesterday's show, we did our first inaugural live show, and I noticed that there was echo every once in a while. The problem is solved. All you have to do is remember that you got to wear earbuds or headphones, one or the other. And that came to me last night. I fretted about this. Tommy, I don't know if you're watching or anything. T and Me Adventures, and there's Dan the Man, there was David, there was Crisco, and a whole bunch. We had a full house. I love it. But what came to me, and this came to me probably 3, 4 o'clock in the morning in a dead sleep. I said, you fool. You are such a fool. I've been in radio all these years, and I remembered that when a guest came into the studio, or guests, which I often had 3 or 4 different guests in the radio studio, always they had cans. They wore headphones. In any radio environment, you wear headphones. And when you key the mic, when you engage the mic, the speakers, which were in front of you or behind you, depending on the style of your studio, they would mute. The speakers mute, because this way you don't get that slap back echo. And I'm sure some of you have experienced that. Well, if you're live or you're with somebody and doing these type of shows, you get a slap back echo. And for the life of me, I was talking with Dan the Mountain Man, and I couldn't understand why I'm getting echo. And it's like, what is going on? And it did it here on this show. And I'm thinking and going through the system. I'm going, everything is exactly the way it should be. But when it popped in my head, I go, you got to have headphones on, because I'm using professional gear here. I'm not just using the microphone in your computer and you're supposed to mute your speakers and stuff. I've got headphones here or buds, and I don't want to put cans on my head. I did that for too many years, and I don't like those stupid things on my head. And so if you're going to come in, or if no matter where you go, wear your earbuds or wear headphones. Otherwise, if you're using your phone, and a lot of people use their phone to do their shows, or they talk to the host, you're listening to the speaker. Even if you have the speaker turned down, a little bit of it you don't hear, but it is there. And that'll create that slap back echo, like you're in a chamber. So once you plug in your headphones, it cancels out the speakers completely. There's no chance of it coming in and causing a problem. So if anybody comes on here, just plug in your headphones, okay? Because I can tell you we'll get slapback, and that it's a little distracting, that type of stuff. So keep your headphones handy, and no matter whose show you go to, always put your headphones on, and your signal will come in crystal clear. Because what will happen is, not only will it disrupt your conversation between the host and you, but it will also resonate to everybody else. And if you notice, and this is how I put these things together last night in the morning, is that the more people that entered the room, the more the echo was present. It was more and more. And I realized, everybody's phone is active. They've got their speakers on. So everybody is causing this feedback problem. No matter what I did, I couldn't control it. So just a little hint for you. That's really all I'm trying to tell you, is just always wear your headphones or your buds. This way you can, you're going to have a clean show. And that's what you want, is you want a clean show all the time. Do remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and tell a friend that you found Vacation Station TV. And we pride ourselves on doing this show, Marie and I. She's not here now. She's still sleeping. I was up before the sun was even up, and I was fretting. I said, I hope this worked. I hope that, for what I thought early in the morning when I woke up, I go, this makes sense. So I came right up here, and I started to monkey around, and I realized that was the solution to the problem. I want to thank Brad and Stephanie Lucas, who came on last night, Susan, who came on. We got so many people on our live show. I was floored by that. Thank you. I was honored by all of you to coming into the show. We had a lot of laughs and a lot of good conversation, and made a whole bunch of new friends. And that's what it's all about. And I always encourage that you tell people about the people that are on these shows. Like all the channels, the tubers that were on our show last night, go to their channel, check it out. Like, comment, and subscribe. It's going to kill you. Subscribing is free, and you'll make new friends that way. So always be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And tell a friend that you found Vacation Station TV. So what's going on today? There's always something going on today. You can... in Pigeon Forge, you've got all sorts of cool stuff going on. You got in Gatlinburg, there's the Craft Fest. I'll be going up there today. I'm going to be shooting a bunch of video up there, and I'll have all that up on sometime this afternoon. And let's see what else is going on. If you're just coming into town, let's say you had the kids with you and they're all wound up and you need to do something, I highly suggest Severe Air. Severe Air in Sevierville, which is right next to the Tanger Mall, is a great place to take the kids because there's dodgeball, they could jump, they could climb, they could play. And if you look carefully, now I looked in half a dozen places in Pigeon Forge and they hadn't had this yet, but they have a $2 off coupon. There's the $2 off right there for Severe Air. And it's not really that expensive, but $2 is $2. And if you got 2 or 3 kids, you got it $4 or $6 off. It is a lot of fun. Severe Air, great place to have fun with the kids and the whole family, actually, because mom and dad, you can sit in the massage reclining chairs. They actually have massage chairs there, at least 10, maybe more. And while the kids are unwinding and getting all that sugar out of them, you can just sit there in that nice, relaxing chair and just kick back and let them have a ball. By the time they're done, they will be tired, and then you will be happy. You follow what I'm saying? Also, great place to go today, and I always like pushing this place because, one, they preserve heritage, and it is the Townsend Heritage Museum. I'm trying to make sure I don't get the reflection there. The light wants to give you reflection, so I'm trying to get it out of there, and it's not doing all that good. But anyway, it's a great Smoky Mountain adventure. The Heritage Center and Museum. It's an excellent walkthrough. They have a really cool museum on the inside. They got a good gift shop, and then you can go outside, and they have cabins that they had disassembled and brought back to this beautiful piece of property and erected them again in a town-like atmosphere. It's not just a bunch of cabins that you just walk through. It actually meanders, and it's like a little town. They've got the church, they've got the general store, they've got cabins, they got the barns, they got everything. All the tools are in there, the carriages are in there. And if you checked out our video, there are 2 videos, 1 and 2, of the Townsend Heritage Center / Museum, 1 and 2 there. Now I left out a lot because I had over 3 hours worth of video, and I had to make decisions on which were the most important. But there was a lot that I did not include in the videos. It's kind of left up for you to discover, and that's kind of why I did it, because I want you to go there and discover this place. It was so much more than I showed you. So much more. Do you know that they have plays there? They have concerts there. They have get-togethers there. They have crafts fairs. They have outdoor burning get-togethers in this huge fire pit that they have out there. And the amphitheater that they have is really nice. And I didn't even show that. I just couldn't get all that stuff in. But they have a beautiful amphitheater, and it seats hundreds of people, probably 500 or more people it'll seat. It's beautiful, beautiful. So they have plays and concerts and things there. So check it out at the Heritage Museum and Center. It's really, really cool. For those of you that like Civil War, and I know this is a big, big Civil War area. Who do I have? There's Susan, of course. There. Good morning. I have a doctor's appointment for dinner. Okay. Have a great, you too. You have a great day as well. Thank you, Susan. And that's my sister. She's telling me what she's up to. That's nice of her to share. Oh, goodness gracious. She's funny. For those of you that like the Civil War, I came across this Civil War Trails map. And excellent map. I need to definitely raise the key lighting up a little bit. But this is a huge map of all the Civil War sites, and it's hard to see, but this thing folds out, and it's got all the places, the battles, the encampments. where they went to and from, where they met with the Native Americans, where they engaged together, and it's the Civil War Trails map. And you can find this. You got to look for it. It's not everywhere, because I did check, and it's just like one of the, and it's thick too, and this thing opens up to a huge map. And you can drive around and look at these places. Most of them have markers and stories. They'll have placards and places for you to stop and reflect. And they're usually very beautiful places. A lot of them have picnic areas and plenty of parking, ample parking. So you could kind of hang around there and just go on your way, and it'll lead you through all these Civil War trails. Very historic, very informative, and I suggest you do that. It's a fun way to spend a day if you're going to be here. It's not all about flume rides and Ferris wheels. It's so much more than that. It's not just Pigeon Forge, and I know a lot of you just come up here to go to Pigeon Forge, but there's so much more to do here. Resituate myself. This couch is so comfortable. This couch is so comfortable. It just makes you want to go, I want to go to sleep. Also had found Shadows of the Past, the Townsend Historical Trail, running parallel to US 321. This 10-mile trail in Townsend, located at the heart of Tuckaleechee Cove, is ideal for walking and biking. Another map that I have never found anywhere else. It appears that if I go this way, you don't get so much of a glare. But there is the Shades of the Past. You got to look for these. And you know where you're going to find them? You know where you're going to find all of these maps? At the Townsend Visitor Center. And Townsend is just a hop, skip, and a jump over the mountain. If you're in Pigeon Forge, you just take 321. 321 is the main artery that intersects in Pigeon Forge. Pigeon Forge is 66 South, and if you go right to the center, there's a Shell station, and there's a BP station, and then there's Fast Track across the street. 321 travels north and south. So just make a right on 321 and head up through Wares Valley. You'll go through Wares Valley. And while you're going through Wares Valley, by the way, now that I'm speaking, the Foothills Parkway is right there too. So if you go to right as soon as you leave Wares Valley, I mean, literally, as soon as you leave the town, there it is, the Parkway, the Foothills Parkway. Excellent views, plenty of parking, places to picnic. And when you're done there, you're taking that ride, come on out, continue on 321. And it'll take you to Lamar Alexander Parkway. And then you just follow the lines to what is that there? Townsend. And then you can get all those brochures at the Townsend Visitor Center. They have all the latest brochures, stuff I cannot find anywhere else. And I do mean that. I looked. If you're going to, a lot of people like to go to Knoxville. And Knoxville's a nice place. There's a lot of history. There's a lot to do, a lot of shopping in Knoxville. They have the Blount County, Tennessee Civil War driving tour as well. If you're into the Civil War, they have a brochure there at the Townsend Visitors, and I'll get this figured out sooner or later. Everything is in reverse, and it's just, I don't do this that often. But they have a map in there where you can also do the Civil War trails and encampments and places. And along the way, there are buildings you can stop at and look at. A lot of history there. It's a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Good educational stuff for the kids and for yourself. Because after a while, you've done all the partying, you've done all the fun stuff. Hi, Brad. Hi, Brad. Are you going to come on in? And Larry Greenman, good morning to you. Here's the invite. Let me give you the. And Brad, I found. I don't know if you heard me talking. The echo is because you all need to wear earbuds. If you're going to come online, just click the thing, and you know how to do that. And when you do click it and you get your little picture there, you engage your camera, go to the microphone and click off echo cancellation. Go to the mic tab, the audio tab, and click it and just click it, mic echo cancellation, and we won't have any echo at all, none whatsoever. Larry, you got that too. Check it out. And feel free to come on board. There's the key, Jen. Feel free to come on board. We had a great show last night. I enjoyed it. A lot of information exchanged hands. We had, of course, Tommy was on with us last night. It was a lot of fun. And Tommy's a big deal around here. I mean, he's been big deal all around. Remember, he's in Grand Ole Opry. He played with, he just met yesterday, I guess it was yesterday or the night before, with Vince Gill. I mean, come on, these are all big people. Played with Hank Williams Jr., played with, he mentioned a whole bunch of them. Johnny Paycheck. I mean, the guy is a fantastic musician. He has a video on his GoPro. Is it the Go? I won't say GoPro because I'm always thinking cameras. Dobro. GoPro. He plays a mean camera. Tommy, you play a mean camera. No, the Dobro. He's really good at it. Oh, man, he blew me away. I was watching this video, and he has a little step-by-step how to play the Dobro. How about that? Very, very cool indeed. You're on the sofa listening while you check your emails. Of course, Brad, of course. You and your wife are very lovely. You two make a really good couple. And I want to thank you for joining us last night. I had a lot of fun. I didn't know if anybody was going to come on, but a whole bunch of people came on, and then views after that were amazing. Oh, my goodness. Good morning, Larry. It's always good to. You're so quiet too. Larry's so quiet, but I love you guys for being who you are. You know, that's what's nice about it. We just sit here. I'm sitting on the couch. You're sitting on the couch. Larry, I'm sure you're either sitting on the couch or a chair or wherever. But okay, that's cool. I'm going to tone down the lighting, as you can see. Last night was too bright. I watched the video this morning. It was too much key lighting. Audio glitched on her phone. I'm unsure what happened. I don't know if you caught it earlier. I'd said I went to bed all frustrated because I watched a piece of the video and there was a lot of echo and there was a lot of, like you say, glitching, audio glitching, and it just something wasn't right. And that's because Jeff, I've done radio all my adult life. I forgot that when you enter a studio in a radio station, you wear headphones because when you key the mic, the monitors go off. You can't hear what's going on. So you key the mic like I'm keying this is live now active. It kills the monitors. But when you guys come on like with a phone and you're listening to me talk to you, it creates a slapback effect. And for every phone that enters the room, I had noticed when I was watching the video, it got louder and louder, and the echoing kept going more and more. So whenever you enter the room, always wear buds or headphones. Plug it in because it will cancel any of the speaker activity, and that includes the internal speakers that you have or any speakers around you, because it'll only pick up the voice that's coming from your mouth to the microphone. So, and that is the problem solved. And Ozzy the cockatoo. Hi, Amanda. How are you? It's always good to see. And Ozzy, good morning. Good morning, sweetheart. He's if you get a chance, you go to Ozzy the cockatoo and watch her play with her pet because he's a doll. He's amazing. Ozzy is I like when he does his little head dancing and stuff like that. He's a beautiful white cockatoo. Absolutely stunning. Oh, it's been one of those days. I've got everything all geared up. I've got all my cameras ready. I've got my gimbal is all set to go, loaded up. I got new camera equipment and stuff, but I'm so entrenched in what I've been using because it works so good that I'm almost afraid to use some of this new stuff. And I got all new microphones and new cameras, new GoPros and stuff. But I'm okay with what I've got, so I'm not jumping in with both feet yet. I want to work with the new stuff, and make sure it's flawless before I go and make a video and throw it on for you guys. So I know where I'm going today. Marie and I are going to go to several different places. We're going to shoot a bunch of video and get that stuff up and on the air. There comes the radio on the tube, YouTubia, and we're YouTubians. Remember that. Once again, your weather's going to be really, really nice. Brad was saying, wasn't the echo for us? I think it may have been her phone. It could be. Are you guys using an iPhone? Are you using Android or iPhone? Apple stuff. That makes a big difference too, because some of the Apple stuff does not work well with this type of programming. And for what reason? I guess because they don't consider it, or maybe they considered it so much that they want you to purchase an app or something to make it better. You know how Apple is. It's all about the money for those guys. But look into that. I don't know if that's for sure. The audio glitched for sure. I was listening to it, but I noticed, Brad, if you check it out, earlier on, when it was just you and I, and there may have been someone else in the room, I'm not sure, the audio was not bad at all. But when someone else entered the picture, you started hearing more of an audio problem. And then when the fourth one came in and the fifth one came in, it was just causing mayhem with the system. These are glitches. I'm sure that they will work out in time because people, I think this is the new way that we're looking at right now, because I am broadcasting live and this is also recording to YouTube. And what I liked about it, and thank you, Brad, because you're the guy who turned me onto it, is that this is cloud-based. All of this is cloud-based, where OBS is not. OBS, it has to use all the mechanism in your computer to make everything happen. And that includes uploading, rendering, and then shooting it up. Whereas with this one here, Stream Duck, I'm always going to call it Stream Duck, even though I know it's called StreamYard, because the duck is always looking at me. I always see the duck icon. And I haven't made the commitment to buy the premium yet until I'm fully happy with this. But if they're using cloud-based, so what happens is everything is done for you out of your system. It's a very basic system that takes the audio and video feed, shoots it up immediately, doesn't process anything internally, and that really makes your computer work less. It doesn't drive it to the brink of destruction. So it was a great idea, and it still is a great idea. They got to work out some of the glitches, though. Yeah, we have an iPhone, and I'm unsure we'll get figured out. Just one of the computer next time. Yeah, I think, Brad, I think it has to do with Apple, and of course I'm guessing, but I know Apple well enough that they everything about them is priority. It's proprietary. That it's all about Apple. It's not about Android, and Android is their evil adversary. But I'm a confirmed Android user. I can get anything from Play Store, any of the apps I want, and they do not charge you. They work flawlessly 99% of the time. You always got to read the reviews on a lot of these apps, and if they don't have 4 point something or more, don't load them. That means that they got glitches and they're not really that good. You can check them out for yourself, and often I'll get an app, I'll install it, and I'll play around with it, and immediately it's glitchy, and I just uninstall. I'm not even interested in messing around with it. But so you got to check these things out for yourself, and also read the reviews so that you know before you even install it. Read the reviews, and they're usually, when you scroll down, they're right there, and you can tell right away. If people are happy, you'll see happy, happy, happy. But if you go down and go sad, 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 or this is the biggest pile of junk I've ever seen and stuff, don't even bother installing it in your phone, because you don't know if it's got malware. You don't know if it's going to harm your system, and you don't want to have to go through cleaning your system and going through all that stuff. Although I always clean my system at least every other day. I go through the phone, I clean it and wipe it, make sure there's nothing in there to slow it down, because I rely on that for what we're doing here. I was trying to think other stuff that's going on. I was rattling my head to think if there's any big events going on, but I haven't heard any. Anybody here heard of anything big happening in and around town? I'm looking for stuff. I went through the calendar, and of course there's I don't have the craft fair with me. There's the big craft fair. There's a couple of other little craft fairs. Another place to go, if you're around here, and I know some of you are on here, you're not in the area, but always go to your local farmers markets. Usually they have them on Fridays and Saturday mornings, and they're really good to go to, and you're supporting your local economy, because most of these farmers markets are local farmers, and they're selling their produce and their honey and all the good stuff that you want, and it's all local, and it supports the town. And I like to go there, and they always have fresh fruits and vegetables, and the local honey's always good. And sometimes you find other, depending on where you are. If you're in Georgia, you got the Georgia peaches. If you're further north, they got the apples and the pears, and you can get some really, really good stuff. Why go to the grocery store when it's been handled by half a dozen people or more, when you go right to the farmer's market and you can get this immediate good stuff that just came from the tree or the vine or whatever it is, and you know that it came from the farm to the basket to you, right? Nobody else touched it. I always try to avoid fruits that are from other countries if I can, and usually I do. But remember, here's a little hint for you. Wait, Daddy needs some coffee. Daddy needs some medicine. Who remembers this? How sweet it is. Do you remember that? Oh, how sweet it is. Jackie Gleason. He used to have, showing my age, and Jackie Gleason's show. It was from Miami, and he'd always have a teacup, a saucer, and a teacup. And as he's doing his intro, his monologue, he would take his sip and he goes, "Oh, how sweet it is!" And everybody assumed it was liquor. I don't know what it is. I never found out if it was liquor or tea. I have a funny feeling it's probably liquor. Just, it doesn't take an Einstein to figure that one out. Ober should be Yeah, now Ober, October. That's right, Brad. There you go. See, you reminded me. You're also my sidekick. I like that. You should be sitting right here. Yeah, they've got their Oktoberfest or Harvest Fest, they call it. Because God forbid if we're politically incorrect, we can't say Thanksgiving season, because we might offend some latte lalas. We can't offend anybody anymore. Perish the thought, because we don't want them to have to run back to mommy's basement and have a puppy dog and a horse and some coloring books. Yeah, it's Harvest Fest now, and that's in full swing in Gatlinburg. But Ober Gatlinburg has their own internal Harvest Fest, and that maybe is where we'll go today. We'll go do that as well. Thank you, Brad. I appreciate that, because that's got to be a lot of fun. Because now you got to remember, we're mixing Harvest Fest with Halloween. Halloween's just around the corner, so they've kind of done that already in Gatlinburg. You've got the Halloween masks and the silly stuff, and then it's mixed in with the pumpkin people, and it looks cool. I like all the decorations and stuff. It's pretty weird. Went to with Marie. Went yesterday to Home Depot, and I need to get some paint. I'm getting ready to do all the trim around the whole house. I'm changing the colors from hunter green to a regal red. It was going to be rapture red, but now it's regal red. So the doors will be red. Marie, being Asian as she is, very into the feng shui. I call it Van Sway. I said, "What's the Van Sway for the house now?" She said, "Got to have red doors. Red doors is luck, wealth, and health." Okay, paint them red. But you can't just paint a door red when you've got hunter green windows. So I've got to do all the shutters. I built the shutters myself. I didn't like what they had here. I'm not into plastic, and a lot of these cabins around here, they have the faux plastic shutters, and I could spot plastic. I'm sure you can spot plastic a mile away. So I tore those off, and I built my own shutters, and they look good. They look like 1800s shutters, but they're hunter green. So now I've got to unscrew them from the cabin, and several of them are up 35 feet in the air. So I've got to get the ladder out and climb up 35 feet and take these shutters off. But then I paint them and I let them dry, and I bring them back up, and I got to do all the windowsills, all the doors, and they'll be red. So it's going to be, the typical, the chestnut brown cabin with the red trim. We'll see how that goes. I'm sure. And Brad said, no idea why we just always skipped it up. Um, over the thousand things, over the thousand things we've done in the area in 17 years, you never went. I'm agreeing with you. I don't know how many times, Brad, I've been to Gatlinburg, and I've never been into Ober Gatlinburg, and I drive by it all the time. I see it. I don't know. I can't answer that. I know it's, if memory serves me, it's like $19 to get in to this Oberfest thing that they've got going on now. That's a little pricey for me. It's like I don't like wasting money, and so it's like, if I'm alone, all right, but it's Marie and I, and then you get in there, and I'm just going in to shoot video, and what do you're going to see some cool stuff. I'm sure. There's really fun stuff to do in there, but to me, it's like everywhere you go, whether it be Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge, and any of the other touristy areas, you're dumping a whole buttload of money out to see something that's not really worth all the money that you're dumping out. That's why I try to share with you these money-saving tips. We've all worked hard for our money, and some of us are still working hard for our money. So it's you got to search, and I know Ozzy, Ozzy. I don't know why, Amanda, I call it Ozzy, but you're Ozzy and Amanda. But same here, but I don't really care for Gatlinburg. Gatlinburg is a nice place to drive through and look at all the cool things. And being a people watcher that I am, it's a great place to people watch, because I like to look at people and I try to say, wonder where they're from. And a lot of times you can tell where people are from by the way they dress. And agree with me or disagree with me. Like somebody who comes over from Europe, they dress a certain way. Europeans have a different style altogether. Now, clearly, if you're from Japan or China or Vietnam or these places, they have their own garb that clearly is not from this country. But you can always spot a European. They almost always wear knee socks. The fashion police should be out there. Knee socks, like white knee socks with their sneakers, like blue sneakers or whatever. Knee socks, and then the checkered shorts or the plaid shorts, white pasty skin. And I'm not teasing. I'm just saying it's an observation, because people are people. Everybody does what everybody does, and it's your thing. That's your thing. But there's just a look, and it's like just fun to watch. And I bet they're from England. And a lot of times I'll just approach them, and usually right, sometimes wrong, but more so right. And Amanda says, Ozzy says, same here, Brad, but I don't really care for Gatlinburg. What do you prefer, Pigeon Forge, or when you come up this way, what is like the thing that draws you here, Amanda? What does Ozzy like? What does Ozzy want to do is more important. It's always much more important that Ozzy is happy. Happy Ozzy, happy home. Or I should say, happy Ozzy, quiet home. They can squawk. Woo! Any parrot I had, they always, when they want attention, they let you know. Right? Am I correct? I know I'm correct. And they'd wake you up sometimes in the morning. They want their seed. They want something. They'd be until you got up. It's like having a baby. It's a lot like having a baby. Feel free to jump on board. I'll put the key gen in if you want. That's fine. I've got no problem with that. I like this new toy. It's interesting. There's the key gen for you. Just click it, and do remember, wear your earbuds. Even if you try to turn off your speaker, you're still going to get a little slap back, and you're going to have to hear what's going on. So you have to have some sort of volume. Just pop your little headphones in or your earbuds, and then everything will be fine. I'm glad I worked that out. I was up. I didn't even sleep good. And often when I'm in my dream state, my REM state, I'll be having all these wonderful dreams, and I dream very vividly, extreme colors and extreme adventures. But last night was all about, where's my phone? It was all about, I kept waking up and I kept seeing myself doing stuff on the phone. and I kept trying to solve problems on the phone, and the problem was bothering me so much. That's what I dreamt about, was trying to get this thing right, and it drove me out of my mind. And that's what happens. I get so into it because I want it right. I'm always wanting, just like my radio show, it had to be right, and I made that very clear to my workers and stuff. It's got to be 100%, or I'm not going to be happy. You don't want me not happy. And they did their damnedest. And when they did a good job, they were rewarded. They were always rewarded very well, because they knew that their career there at that radio station depended on my career at this station. And it was all about teamwork and making sure you do your best. When I crack that mic open, it better be at 100%. Everything better be moving, because I can't stop and go check the transmitters and stuff. And I did all the engineering in the radio station. I rebuilt the studios. I don't know, Brad. I don't remember if I showed pictures of the radio station, the studios A and B, in the production room and the transmitter room. I have all that stuff. And that was what I did, because I got tired of hiring engineers to come in when I first bought the stations, and they'd come in, they were charging me $100 an hour, and they dilly-dally. And my dad was an engineer, so I knew my way around, but I needed to have a licensed Class A engineer, excuse me, to come in to certify on my logs, because the logs had to be done every 30 minutes. It's a log like on a clipboard, and you have to take the meter readings every 30 minutes. And this is back when I first bought the station. So you had to constantly get up and go check the meter reading, the plate current, the amperage, and the tower array, and you had to do all the division and stuff. It was a real pain in the neck to do. But if anything went wrong, I had to call somebody. I had to call the guy. And then FCC relaxed their rules after a few years. And immediately, I didn't call the guy anymore, because I knew what to do in most cases. And my dad was an engineer, and he taught me all this stuff. So I would repair everything. And then I said, I could rebuild the studio, because I don't need a Class A engineer anymore to do it, to certify it, because I already know what to do. It's not that hard. And so little by little, I learned all this stuff, because the radio station was new to me. The electronics of it weren't, but it was basically a transistor radio on steroids. It's the same principle. Everything in there is the same principle. So I just had to expand that to a scale that was higher. And that's where you learn about the stuff that makes it sound good and stuff that makes it sound like crap. You love Pigeon Forge. Ozzy loves Pigeon Forge. Townsend, beautiful. Oh, yeah, Townsend's really. And the Elkmont as well. Elkmont, I haven't been through completely, been there, but I can't say that I've been around the whole thing, but I'll give it a look-see, because we like driving around. Marie and I really like driving. And Brad says, I don't mind Gatlinburg, prefer the nature. Yeah, I do too. Nature's where it's at, Brad. It's that's why we're always in the forest. And whenever, if you guys come on up, it would be great to go to anywhere up here, especially where we are here, and you're always invited here. We can go from here, and I'm only moments away from, I mean, literally moments away from entering the national park, literally. And we could go there, and we can go anywhere you want, hike, go to a picnic there. We can barbecue out there, do anything you want to do. I like going down to the river. I enjoy down to the river. I love going down I love rushing water. That gives me energy for whatever reason. Maybe it does for you too. The rushing of water is very therapeutic for everybody. And more people should go to rivers. Ponds and stuff are not, because they're stagnant. And if you follow Van Sway, as I call it, or Feng Shui, but I call it Van Sway, standing water is not good to have on a property. I didn't know this. A lot of people will buy a cabin with a pond or a little lake on it. Oh, no, they don't recommend that, because it's stagnant water, stagnant life, stagnant health, stagnant wealth. Makes sense in that way. I don't know how true it is, but why fly in the face of fear in that situation? So we got a nice brook right outside here. You can't see it because I'm up on third level, but there's a brook that goes down here and it's always rushing. And then at the end of it, there's the river. At the end of the brook, there's the river. It feeds into this, and that's always rushing. And there's always that whoosh. Sounds like an AM radio out of tune. Speaking of that, I'm all over the board today. If you can't sleep at night, always you get a radio, any type of radio, as long as it's got AM, don't use FM, AM, and detune it to either the lowest or highest frequency. Lowest meaning 520, highest is up around 104, 107, and higher 108. At that point, you're really at the high end of the frequency, and you'll sleep much better, especially if you use the lower frequencies, the 520, 580, and just turn that on low. It's white noise, and it's kind of like you ever fall asleep in front of the TV. The TVs don't go off the air anymore, but there was a day that TVs went off the air at like midnight or 1 o'clock. Once again, showing my age, and you'd sleep so good because white noise puts you into an alpha beta mode. It actually puts you into a real deep sleep. It's very healthy for you because REM is where the repairs go on. When you reach REM, rapid eye movement, it allows your body to repair itself. So the more of a REM you're in for the longest amount of time, the dream state, it repairs anything that's going on in your body. So find a radio. You can pick them up at any, Amanda, you can pick them up at any thrift store, and you pick up these old radios and just detune it. You're not listening to the radio, just detune it, put it near your bed and turn it on very low. You don't have to crank it up, just a little bit. Also, Ozzy will sleep better too, by the way. I noticed that with all my animals. That was just through experiments, that the white noise put them in a deeper sleep too, so they stayed asleep longer. And speaking of that, Amanda, did you go thrift store shopping? Like you had said, did you get any cool buys? You came by to the Peddler. Yeah, interesting place. I don't go there frequently. Everything's too crowded there. Anytime I go into that area in Gatlinburg, it's just too many people. I don't mind stepping back and voyeuring in. I'll sit on the bench or something or walk around and just watch. But when it starts to get really congested, it starts to make me a little nervous. I'm not agoraphobic or anything. I'm not afraid of crowds. It's just that I don't like being cloistered into all these people. It's just my nature. I wanted to do some thrift storing today because I was hoping to find. I can't find some of my cables. I have so many cables. I just don't know where they are, and it's just cheaper for me to go buy them instead of tearing apart 72 totes full of equipment and things that I took here. And I'd have to go through them all. And some of them are partially labeled, but some of them are not. And it would have to be that I have to go through all of them to find the one cable I'm looking for. And by then I'll be ready for a Thorazine Big Gulp, I'm sure. By the time I uncork all of those things and search through them, because then I'm going to find things. Oh, I forgot I had that. Oh, I forgot I had that. And then I'll have this pile behind me of stuff that I want to take into the cabin. And Marie goes, "You bringing more stuff in here? More stuff?" Because I like having my stuff around me so that I go, "Oh, there's my stuff over there, my stuff over there, and that's for that, and that's for that." And I could go and reach for it, but it's not good to leave all this stuff around. Like right now, I'm looking at, she gave me grief for this last night. I'm looking at this large carry case, and I forgot to even bring this up last night. I've got ghost hunting equipment. Go figure, you're right? Look, I don't have enough stuff going on. I just said I found so much stuff. Good for you. Gonna do a video on my other channel of my haul. I went to a bag sale, $5 and 13-gallon bags. And it was a great yard sale. Now, what type of bags are we talking about? Because in my head, my mind's eye saw ladies' bags. Do they have a 13-gallon ladies' bag? I hope not. Please don't get my wife started on bags. She has this whole shelf. I took a bedroom from downstairs on the first level. I turned that into the master bedroom. The whole bottom floor is the master bedroom. I rebuilt it when I came here because I didn't like the layout was not what I wanted, so I changed it. And so I took, and there were two bedrooms down there. Well, one of the bedrooms now is a walk-in closet. I stripped the whole thing out and I built all these shelves up, and there's dressers in there, and all the clothes are hung up all the way around the whole thing. You can walk in there, and it leads into the master bathroom and then goes into the laundry room. And she has around the top, there are shelves all the way around, and all there are her bags, these ladies' bags all over. She doesn't even carry a bag. So go figure this. What is it with you ladies and the bags? I don't understand. Oh, you sell them on eBay. Poshmark, great stuff. So you're talking Coach, Brahmin, right? Is that what you're talking? Michael Kors. Yeah, I know all these names because that's what she's got there. Is that what you're talking? That type of stuff. No, you fill a 13-gallon trash bag with whatever. Oh, okay. You fill a 13-gallon trash bag with whatever you want from the store for $5. That's cheap. Do you find any cool bags? Poshmark. Yeah, there's some cool stuff. There's some excellent stuff out there. Just got to look for it. Uh-huh. How many times I'll be at a yard sale and I'll see a little treasure in the corner. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I found some super treasures. They're just sitting there. You just have to have your eye open. Can't be distracted by people or noises. And you got to look at everything because underneath stuff is stuff. And don't just scan the table and go, yeah, there's nothing here. Because sometimes if there's multi-levels, that's what you peel up. Peel the onion back. And yes, my love. Yes, my love. I'm up here doing a show. Oh, say hello because Ozzy's on. Amanda's here. Brad is here. Larry's here. Yeah, the place is full again. I thought you were outside. No, I'm out here. I'm doing the morning show. Oh, I forgot. Amanda went shopping at her yard sale shopping and stuff. She found a bunch of cool stuff, she said. I found a place where you get a 13-gallon trash bag and you fill it up with whatever you want for $5. That's not a bad deal, is it? Yeah, I was looking for you. Yeah, I know you were, honey. I'm up here. I'm always around. You know that. She's, I thought you were outside. No. I have my coffee here. I got everything here and doing my show here. You can't be cold. It's nice and warm in here. I had to crank up the heat this morning. It was in the low 40s this morning. I know you did. Get some coffee. Yeah? No? What time did you wake up? I was up real early. I was up really, really early because I was fretting about the echoing, but I did solve the whole problem. I believe. I mean, it'd be nice to find out. Did you get anything for Ozzy? Amanda, did Ozzy get any of these wonderful gifts for $5? I sure hope so. There's got to be toys there for Ozzy. There has to be. Because usually when you go to yard sales or thrift store, there's always like a whole aisle of toys, and there's got to be something in there that he would love so much. Because I know they love taking their little claws, and they like they like picking at things. And you can always, anything out of wood is good. Plastic is not good because those beaks can rip apart the plastic, and you don't want them eating the plastic. But wood doesn't hurt them. Hardwood, not stained wood. Don't use anything with stain on because the stain is poisonous. You going down now? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Good morning, everybody, and bye. She said good morning to you and bye. She's just getting up now. Yes. I just woke up. I thought you were not in bed. No, well, I wasn't. I'm up here or I'm outside and gave the birds their seeds and straighten up the raccoons and get ready to hose the decks off. I hose the decks off almost every day in the morning. I start from one end to the other, both levels, and wash off the decks from the craziness that goes on from the raccoons from the night before. Silly raccoons. What'd she say? She found, do you see? I know you're going to be best friends with Amanda now. Dooney and Burke. She found Dooney and Burke. Yeah, she's got Dooney and Burke, but Ozzy took a bite. Ozzy took a bite out of the Dooney. I call it Doonesbury. I say you got another Doonesbury bag. So she found a Dooney and Burke bag. At going to all these, she's a smart shopper. She's going to yard selling and thrift store. Yes, yes. Oh yes. No, no. I think Amanda's much smarter than that. Go to the Amanda. Why would you pay $400 or $500 when you can pay $5? Right? It's the same bag, right? And after a couple of months, you're going to put that bag on the shelf anyway, right? Right? Because it's. I know that those bags are seasonal, and yeah, they are. Okay, don't you ever lie like that. The Brahmins that you have, there's brown, white, blue, and green. And when you go to A&S or the places you go, they put out the summer ones. Those are the pastel ones. And then when they're putting the fall ones out, they put out the gold and the browns, and winter is the darker color. That's what they want you to do, is buy all those. They don't make multi-purpose bags for you. No, they want you to buy all that stuff. I really like Amanda. What do you think about I love Brahmin. I like the alligator skin and the crocodile skin. I like that look. It's very chic to me. And you like Doonesbury, don't you?
Yeah, and
Coach.
what's that New York? Oh, I forgot the name.
You're not a big Michael Kors fan. I know that.
I don't like Michael.
Michael Kors and Vera Bradley, and who's the other one? Not Lisa. What's her name?
The lady that died
Yeah,
from New York.
yeah. What's her name?
That's what I was saying.
Yeah, I can't remember her name. Um, Whatever. What did she say here? Exactly. I find them at sales and then sell them, and she puts them on eBay. You're smart. You make a lot of money on the. I guess when Marie goes to work, when Marie goes to work, I'm going to take all her bags and putting them on eBay. I'm going to be rich. She's going to come home. She's going to find a Kmart special on the shelf. All you need is a knapsack. That's all you need. All that stuff up there, it's gone. Color it gone. She give me a dirty look. Dooney Burke, bye-bye. Brahman, bye-bye. Coach, bye-bye.
Tory Burch. I like.
Oh, Tory Burch. She likes Tory Burch. We were just in there. Amanda, did you go to Tanger Mall when you come up here? Brad, you got to take your wife to Tanger Mall. That's an amazing place. Tanger Mall, over 125 stores in this complex, and they're all really nicely done, all the cool stores. But you can find some great sales. And for guys, Brad, they got you can go into some of these places and find like Gap or what's the other place we go? Gap and I can't remember, all the guy store type of stuff. And you can get really good Levi's jeans or good Dockers pants and Old Navy they have there. All these cool stuff, the shoe stores and the jacket stores. And when they have their sales, they're 70-80% off. So you could get some really high-end quality stuff for a fraction of the price. And I'm talking, we were at Gap. Was it Gap or was it Old Navy? And they had a 70% off the sweatshirts and stuff, and they were high quality stuff. I don't want sweatshirts with stuff on the face of them. I like this. I just wear plain black, brown, blue, white, that type of stuff. And they had them for, it was $21.99, normally $70-something. And it's like, I can't even go to Walmart and buy a Walmart sweatshirt for under $20, and that thing's going to fall apart the first time you wash it. Brad says they go there often to Ranger. Wait, that moved. We go often to the Ranger and back pain in July with a limited capacity. Yeah, that's the problem when you travel back and forth. You don't have a lot of room. I know. Make room. Somebody's got to go. Something's got to go. Something's got to go. Or you got to get a bigger car. We go there often to Ranger. It was pain in the back in July with limited. Yeah, but, if don't take so many clothes. Just come up here with minimal. I never travel. When I traveled, I took the bare minimum with me, and I always had a knapsack. At one time, I used to really buy a lot of stuff at Banana Republic when Banana Republic was Banana Republic. Do you remember the store? Does anybody remember that store when it was all real outdoorsy and rugged wear? Now it's yuppie wear. It's like, what did you guys do? They had the best outdoor wear, high end, a lot like Cabela's and what is that on Bass Pro Shop? Not the frilly stuff. I mean, real outdoor stuff. And now it's all pastel and latte stuff, latte la la. Oh God, Tanger Mall. That's the place to go. They've got some good sales there now, especially with this pandemic thing. They really have reduced a lot of stuff. And Amanda, you would love it because all those name brands that you're doing, Doonesbury and Coach and Michael Kors and Brahman and Vera Bradley. There was one other, I can't remember her name, and she just passed away, and that one's escaping me. But they have all that. I like going to Converse. I'm a big Converse sneaker wearer. That's all the sneakers I wear is Converse. And they've got all the colors, and I've got all the colors. I've got the reds. I don't have the blue yet. I've got to get the blue. I got orange even for Vols. I got orange Converse sneakers. Yeah. I got the whites, the obligatory whites and the blacks and the burgundy and the red and the orange. But the blue, I didn't like the real color of the one blue. I'm looking for another blue. That blue, I like wearing black because black is my color. Where Marie says no color is your color. So you've got a Tanger by you in Columbus. You go there often? I know you can go there and you can spend yourself into bankruptcy, and I understand. You got to go in there with a plan, because if you don't dive that plan, you're going to be broke, because I see sales there all the time, and I love them. I love it. Like right now is a great time to be buying summer wear, because all that stuff is knocked down 70% and higher. And this is the time to stock up on your summer wear, because they're pushing the fall and winter wear, and they don't want to have to put that back. So you can get a really good bargains there. Yeah, there's a lot of Tanger all over the place. Brad was saying Tanger was only allowed. Yeah, that's how they were here. 20 to 25 people. When we went to Converse not too long ago, probably 2-3 weeks ago, they were counting the people, and you had to stay at the door, and the guy would, no, alto, stop. And we had to wait to get in there. Brad was saying they actually have a Tanger in Columbus, not far from where they are. Brad says here, they're but 80% of our shopping online. Yeah, I understand that. A lot more people are. I buy a lot of stuff online. I'm not too sure. I've never bought pants online or shirt online unless I'm really sure of the shirt, because I have to try it on. I want to know it fits me right, and pants especially, because not all pants are made the same. So, if you buy a pair of pants and you don't like the way they look, there's $50 down the tubes or more. No, I got to go put them on. I got to put them on. But other stuff, yeah, I buy a lot of stuff. All my equipment is bought online, everything. And Lord, the UPS guy loves me or he hates me, one or the other. I have stuff shipped all the time. Because I always love all the gizmos and stuff, like my gimbal that came in, and it's just there. You don't even have to put it together. You just charge it up and go. I'll probably get another couple of these things, because these are handy little things. These are, I don't know if you use them or not, but they hold a it should still, you can see this. Watch what happens when you push the button. Pay attention closely. Look at that. It loads up. You can put a cell phone in here. It holds a cell phone. It also holds my GoPro. It holds a GoPro camera or a cell phone. And what's nice is you can see that I'm turning it kind of fast, but notice how it trails. And it's all built in gyros and motors in here. So no matter where you tilt it, it stays in one position. See that? It stays always level. So if you're walking around, all the gyros work and it keeps it very still. A really good investment if you're doing any type of video. I highly recommend it. I don't even know what time it is, but I've been on for a while. I had fun. I've got to get going. I appreciate you being here this morning, all of you. You know, Brad, Ozzy, Larry. My goodness, I've got all these people. Thank you much for coming on board this morning. And we'll do it again. I'll try to do it tomorrow, depending on my schedule. But tune in somewhere between 8 and 9 because I can't do sunrise because it's too dark. So somewhere between 8 and 9, I'll be jumping on the air. Other than that, thanks for joining us. And do remember, always tell a friend and visit the people that were here. You visit them and subscribe to them and show your support. And always be sure to like and subscribe to Vacation Station TV. And tell a friend that you found Vacation Station TV. And I'll see you all again first thing tomorrow morning. Have a great day.